Happy Thursday, beautiful people. Happy Kwanzaa. Today is December 29th, and you have joined the Grand Rising Elizabeth Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to see you all. How are you feeling today?
Wonderful.
Great,
Awesome,
great.
awesome, awesome. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody.
Happy
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Today is the fourth day of Kwanzaa, Ujima,
Ujima.
Cooperative.
Ujima.
Jamal.
Okay.
Jamal.
All right. So, okay, ladies. Okay. So, what does today represent? Can anybody tell me?
Collective economics.
That's right. That's right. Circulating the money, building our store, circulating the money in our store, shopping with us, for us, and by us.
Ashe.
Yes,
Ashe.
yes. It's a beautiful day today. The sun shall be shining.
Shelby.
Always. I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Always shall be.
We are in winter, baby. Winter
I
is
know it,
here.
right?
Gotta love it. But the
Yes,
sun
son.
shall shine.
And if it doesn't, put on your shades and your light shades. Pink, orange,
And if
yellow. It works.
absolutely, even if the sun doesn't shine, it's still going to be a beautiful day
Yes. It's shining.
in the
It's,
north.
it's
Winter is
shining
here.
somewhere.
Yes, it is.
And
Winter is
Lily,
here.
Lily B she looked like she's out in the sun with her sneakers.
I know. Her
outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I decided to wear some warm colors and
Yeah.
brighten up.
And she's all that greenery back behind you.
Yes, yes, my
Yeah,
baby.
her babies.
Yes, the winter's a little harsh on them. I'm trying to be patient and I'm working with them and praying. All I do is ask them to grow. Water them and do my best, and that they do the
Yes.
rest.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
So, um, Grand Rising, great day. I have a wonderful, I like to start off with my books. So this is my latest find at the thrift store, and it says 365 Days of Wonder. And I didn't know that this actually there's a movie out, and it's about a young boy who's trying to make his way and carve his way out into the world, his reality, and his face is not looking so like everyone else, quote unquote normal, but beautifully normal and perfect for him. So this is like by days. So I'm turning to today's date, which is December 29th. Happy Kwanzaa, Habari Gani, Ujamaa to everyone. And December 29th says, we didn't all come over on the same ship, but we're all in the same boat. That's one to chew on. So that is it. And that's Bernard Barish. That's the person who said that quote. And I'll read it once more. We didn't all come over on the same ship, but we're all in the same boat. Okay. And the second one, my daily Om, I'm going to read out of. Seeing your perfection, letting your light shine. Lillie B, you talked that light on in today. We are born into this world with unique gifts. Put on my glasses. Within us is a glimmer of the divine, a light that can potentially make the world a more beautiful place. I'm going to read that again. That's so lovely. We are born into this world with unique gifts. Within us is a glimmer of the divine, a light that can potentially make the world a more beautiful place. But in many, that light lies dormant, snuffed by fears and feelings of inadequacy. To spark it is to attract attention, face the possibility of rejection or the responsibility of success, and risk being labeled immodest. Yet, when we undermine it by hiding our aptitudes and squashing our dreams, we deny ourselves and others a wealth of experiences. Our abilities are a part of who we are, and when we take pride in them, we affirm the love, esteem, and trust with which we view ourselves. Moreover, as we express the light within, we grant others to do the same, freeing them to explore their own talents. Some of us have been taught to hide our light from the world since childhood. Relatives caution us that the professions associated with our aptitudes are unattainable. Our peers may be envious of our skills and thus be overly critical of the activities we instinctively enjoy, and authority figures admonish us to be humble and avoid showing off. But there is a vast chasm that separates those who let their light shine and those who seek only to draw attention to themselves. When you dare to shine your light with the world, the beauty and perfection of your soul become clearly visible. You become a whole being, the literal embodiment of your vast potential. Whether you are a wonderful dancer, a first rate cook, a whiz with numbers, or a natural negotiator, you will come to understand that you do the world no favors when you hold yourself back. If you have hidden your light for so long that it has shrunk to an ember, make a list of everything you do well, however impractical, silly, or seemingly inconsequential. Then ask yourself how you can positively utilize those abilities in your daily life. The gifts you were born with were not granted to you arbitrarily. While you may never discover what impact your light has had on others, you can be certain that when you embrace your talents and share them, you will spread illumination in the world. And so it is. Wow. So just closing our eyes and just centering ourselves for a moment and just taking in, accepting, receiving. For we are just joyful givers. We always show up in that way. And as we are nurturing ourselves in this moment, in this Elizabeth time of rising, of beingness, of Kwanzaa, light and love and wonder and magic on the planet, we just give thanks that we are honored to serve. We are honored to wake up. We are honored to rise up. We are honored to be who we authentically and truly are. And as the reading says, we do the world no good when we do not honor and shine our light, share our gifts, our talents, our dreams, our goals, our desires with the world. And as we rise up in this day, may we continue to see and know and sense this in others, being ever grateful for every breath we take, every movement of every limb, every heart, every beat of our hearts, every cell that is perfectly aligning for our highest and best right now. We give thanks for being nurtured with this spiritual food this morning and for the food we shall take in daily in our nutritional needs. We give thanks for all that comes to us and all that we are releasing in this time of hibernating or coming in. May we get a sense even more of what we are releasing, how we are here to rebuild our souls, how we are here to allow others to rebuild their souls, to express, to show up in each and every one of our unique and wonderful ways. We are blessed in this day of Kwanzaa principle of Ujamaa, collective economics, spending, sharing with others in our community. And it begins within. What are we sharing with ourselves? What are we supplying to ourselves? What are we willing to share in our household, in our communities, and with the world? And giving thanks for this time where we just remember to remember who we are. In this precious and divine moment, the divine is shining through and as. And as we are remembering this, we just give thanks. Give thanks, we give thanks, and we give thanks, and we give thanks. I'm releasing this, I'm letting go, and I'm knowing all is well, all is well, all is well. And so it is, so be it. I say Satnam. I say Ashe. I say Amen. I say Hallelujah. And I say right on for the right on. And
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. That was a beautiful read from the two books. You know, I love the Daily Home. Yeah, hi,
yes,
Mama Razia. How are you? Looking beautiful.
yes,
Mama
indeedy.
Evelyn looking beautiful also. Hopefully my
Wow, it's
skin's staying
Kwanzaa
intact.
time.
Mm.
Let me put
Yeah.
some, I gotta, listen, let me go on upstairs to put some oil on my face now.
She said some oil. Love it. So
Yes,
I want to
yes.
share a Kwanzaa story. Um, so back in the day, I guess when I was taking Swahili classes and just I'm discovering who I was is I remember being exposed to Ron Karinga, going to US, which is his organization back in the day, United Slaves, was what that stood for, and going to his meetings and hearing about Kwanzaa. And the group that I hung with, my crew at the time, we were all, in discovering who we were. And so I remember the first time I heard the Nguza Saba. And because I was in Swahili class, we were learning how to pronounce and all the phrases properly. And so I remember when we were going over the Nguza Saba, I said to myself, I'm going to remember this forever. I don't want to ever forget this. And at that time, I believed in osmosis, and osmosis as a person a way to learn information. So what I would do to study after I'd read the book or read my notes, write all my notes on a little piece of paper and I put it under my pillow before I go to bed. So I was feeling like, especially before a big test, that what I didn't know perhaps throughout the night would seep in through the pillowcase and into this place. And so with the Nguza Saba is exactly what I did. So I remember repeating Umoja Kuchi Chagalia Ujima Ujima Nia Kuumba Imani, just like that, over and over and over. Wrote it on a piece of paper, put it underneath my pillowcase, and I said, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to have this in my soul forever, and I will never forgive it. I will live with these principles, not just like December 26th to January 1st, but I will remember them forever. That was my prayer before I went to bed. So when I woke up, and it probably and so when I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I just started saying the principles. They just rolled out like they had always been a part of me and have never left me. So that's my Kwanzaa story. And I remember the crew that I hung with. We were all young in our 20s, and there were no beautiful carved wood kanaras. We took styrofoam cups, and I remember we put it on planks of wood, and we created our own kanara setup. None of us had children at the time, so um, we just had our own setup, and every night we would go to a different person's home and do our own celebration. And so I'm so delighted and so just honored to see how the whole celebration and the embodiment of Kwanzaa has just just covered the world, just covered us all and continues to sprinkle us with those gems and that wonder and that magic that says we are who we are and we're here to stay. And so that's my Kwanzaa story. So, I mean, I can't believe that was when I was in my 20s, and now I'm looking at my cards on the wall that say 70. So I'm so grateful. So I just like everybody to just chime in with a morning howdy, hello, whatever you want to say. I love seeing um Miss Evelyn with her blankie. It's just like so makes me feel so warm and comfortable. Y'all see I got on my vest this morning. Trying to keep warm.
Indeed.
So who like to chime in? Star, I'm
Well,
choosing you.
oh,
Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay. Grand Rising, everyone. This
Great
is
day.
Teacher.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, thank you and great morning. And it's lovely to see the beautiful faces today. Thank you for coming.
Oh,
And I'll
thank you.
pass it on to Mama Razia.
Thank you for being.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Oh,
Habari Gani.
Jamaa. Habari gani.
Ujamaa. What a wonderful principle.
Indeed.
I am feeling my Kwanzaa spirit by wearing items I purchased from businesses in the diaspora. So the beads are from Ghana, and
Beautiful.
the head wrap is from a sister who for years has attended the Kwanzaa celebrations, and her business is out of Africa. And she was just so nurturing to those of us who wanted to get more into the culture and learn and just be, as Nawili was saying, have it be a part of your life, your daily life. We didn't have to wait for these 7 days. So Sandy Hutchful brought a lot of the cultural dress to our metro area. And if you couldn't afford the whole outfit, there was a head wrap, or there was a jewelry item or a purse or something, but you felt you had a piece of the larger picture of our culture. So I started celebrating Kwanzaa when it first came to our area, and I'm just loving it to see how we've grown, how we've expanded, and we just look forward to more and more. It's a part of us now. Umoja.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Mama Razia. And Mama Hania. Oh, welcome. Yes. Not hearing you. Oh, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Hania, what are you
You're
doing?
muted.
I'm sure. See, I'm sure.
Well, you can talk on mine if you want.
Oh,
This is, but
this
now
one.
y'all are too close.
We too close because okay. I just tell her that I was pushing.
Okay, why don't you take my phone?
Okay. Good morning, Grand.
Oh, hey, great day, beautiful one.
And thank you. And I'm so grateful to be here. I mean, my testimony this morning is that community is very important to our livelihood, to our breathing higher frequencies. And I'm so grateful to be back. It's just the adjustment, the fine tuning into getting into place. I just moved back to the city. And I'm using my cell phone. So I invited another sister from the Lansing area that I moved from, Carlotta. And even though she may not be here this morning, I gave her the information to come in, but I guess she's having a problem and she keeps calling me. And if I take my call, I'll, bump out my.
Oh, I think that's her.
Yeah, she's here.
Yes.
Oh, you're here.
Yes.
So that's what happened, Carlotta. That's why I couldn't take your call. Sorry.
Oh, beautiful.
So yes, I'm just so grateful to hear everyone speaking about our wonderful energy that's our higher force, and to know that we are loved, and to know that we have a choice to be loved and love one another in our community. And I'm choosing to do so. So I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm so grateful to be with you sisters this morning.
Ashe, beautiful to hear your testimony and feel your presence. Thank you, Asante.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And I don't know why I couldn't get unmuted. So.
I think technology has her way sometime. I don't know what else to say. Ms. Star,
Habari Ghani, everyone.
Ujamaa, habari gani?
I like what you read, Nawili, when you said that we all came here on different ships, but we're all in the same boat. And what I'm looking at in all of these different boxes are different people who came here on different ships. And however, it's one big picture, so we're all in the same boat.
Yes.
And we all have different thoughts, different ideas, different babies waiting to be born, in the process of being born. And every thought that we have expands the universe. So even though we might know where we're going, we still have to take that journey because the universe needs to be expanded.
Yes.
So I just want to say that I am glad to see every queen that is here. And I am looking forward to hearing our special guest. I can see her now. Welcome, Reverend Ruth Lemon. And I just want to say happy Kwanzaa to everyone.
Oh, bless you. We
Happy
love you.
Kwanzaa.
All righty. Who be next?
This Reverend Omani Habargani, Grand Rising. Love you all.
Ujamaa.
Ujamaa.
I love when you come on and you're doing this. I love it. It just it's something comforting. You know how you do this? I love it.
So funny.
Miss Evelyn, would you like to chime in?
I'm Habargani. I'm enjoying being a part of Kwanzaa on a daily basis this time, instead of, having to not being able to go to the different events. So this is very comforting for me. I'm still getting over whatever it is I had, so I'm just just taking it easy.
Well, we're supporting your getting over whatever it is and letting it just move on through.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like you're cleansing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless your heart. We love you. Yes. Yes. Okay. Kulada, would you like to chime in? Did I say your name correctly?
Perfectly beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
Habaragani.
Ujamaa.
Ujamaa.
Habaragani. And I'm sitting in front of the image of something I enjoy doing in the summer, and that is planting a little small garden. And it's so enriching. The first time I did it, the very first time years ago, I sat in the ground and said, I don't know which is the plant and which are the weeds, because I did it out of town at a farmer's in a farmland. And I just sat down and nature spoke to me and said, just feel around and you'll know what's rooted and you'll know what's loose. And that was a really connected moment. And so I bring that to you and me. Thank you.
Thank you. I love that analogy.
Right.
I mean, that just really resonated with me. Wow. And that's very liberating, very freeing to know that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just, patience and trusting our divine selves. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Wow. I got chill bumps. Thank you. Okay. Queen Aduni, would you like to chime in with us?
Yes, I am so grateful to be here and grateful to be alive and grateful for each one of you, Elizabeth. And it's good, wonderful to see Reverend Ruth. It's always good to have her with us and to share with us. And happy Kwanzaa. I'm happy to be able to be trusted by God, by Spirit, to create a platform like this so that we can share Kwanzaa in this way. And yeah, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with whatever is happening in life.
I share. Thank you, Queen Aduni, fearless leader. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. I'm like, I see people, so I can call on people, or y'all can volunteer, or y'all can be anonymous. But I'm calling on Miss Jackie.
That's funny. Oh, I'll go on mute.
Just happy to be here with everyone. Thank you so much for the shout out, and I'm just glad to be celebrating Kwanzaa with everybody this week. Thank you.
I say thank you, beloved. Thank you. Okay, Miss Juanita, skipping around.
Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. I'm just grateful, almost ready for the video. Grateful to be a part of this Kwanzaa celebration with my Elizabeth sisters. Just grateful that we're experiencing Kwanzaa together. In all that we do, not just this week, living it and what we do, but having this focus together at this time. I thank God, Queen Aduni, for you saying yes to God's will to create this platform to bring us together. And I thank God for each of you who have said yes in your own way to be a part of this. May God bless us all as we go forward through this season. And may we all have our most blessed New Year ever.
I touch and agree. Touch and agree. Okay. Bridget, would you like to chime in or come on camera? Good day, Bridget. How are you?
Gani, I am good. Happy Kwanzaa. This is my very first Kwanzaa celebration. So this is my very first time. I've always been interested, but this is my very first time really learning and being a part of. I am very thankful and very grateful for Queen Aduni and listening to the Holy Spirit guide me to go somewhere that I'd never gone, and meeting her that day, just knowing that I was supposed to be somewhere, and listening that day and going and meeting her and Star and just becoming part of this beautiful sisterhood of the Elizabeths. And I am very grateful, very blessed for each and every one of you. And may our whole entire 2023 and beyond be more than we could ever think, dream, or imagine.
Yes. Ashe today. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And Sonji, would you? Sonji, are you available for unscreenness? Somebody got me.
Same to you. I appreciate all of the queens here, and I hate to admit that I know very little about Kwanzaa. I just know, that it's something that's readily celebrated, and I know it has a very, important meaning. But as far as, what each day is, of course, I didn't grow up celebrating that because I grew up initially as a Christian. Then like 25 years ago, I became Muslim. So looking at Kwanzaa now is something totally new to me. And this is my first time, really experiencing it, with a I was gonna say a group of young ladies, but.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I is, you is, we
Okay.
is. Hey,
We agree.
yes.
But yeah, I think that's about it today. And of course, I try and make it every day, the Monday through Friday, and I'm at work. So sometimes I have to cut off unnecessarily and, and I might miss the message. But, that's why, I just try and be back here every day, because I'm grateful. I'm grateful, listening and learning, and so that way I can teach others.
I say, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, plus, we're always, I love it, listening and learning. It's so perfect. And everything that you're supposed to get, you're getting it right now in this moment. And because Spirit is seeing your willingness and your openness, you got it, sis. So what you get is exactly what you get, and you will be ready and willing to share with others. It's a perfect place. Perfect place. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sandra McDaniels, are you camera ready? If not, we overstand. It's up to you, or understand. Okay, and Tamitra, or Tamitra, I hope I'm not like slaughtering y'all's names. Okay.
And if our guest, when you speak, can you share who you are a guest of? So, we can know how you got here.
Yeah, because I'm a guest of Hania Sakia Rhodes, and Tamitra was my guest, but she put in the chat that she was leaving for an appointment. So
okay.
Okay. She's still listening. Cool.
I know, but she's still there. So I don't know what that
good.
Beautiful. Okay. So I guess we've checked in with everyone. So I'm just touching and agreeing that we all on this page. And Lillie, drum roll. Lillie, would you like to?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Hey, beautiful people. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. And without further ado, Reverend Ruth Lemon. It's a pleasure to have you. Woo!
Yay, West Coast in the house.
Welcome. Yes.
Welcome.
Unmute yourself.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Great day. Yes.
Sandra McDaniels is one of our friends from Los Angeles. Nawili, that's Sandra joining us from LA. She's probably listening and getting ready for work.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Welcome.
Hey, Sandra.
So good morning, Elizabeth. It's very good to be back with you again. Abani Ghani is the way we said it in LA. I lived in the Ron Karenga building on 8th Avenue off of Florence when he was organizing the US organization. So I'm very familiar with Mr. Karenga. But I too never really practiced the art of Kwanzaa, because at a certain time, what I've learned is things that occurred during that time period begin to disappear as we began to move into different times in our lives. And the Black movement wasn't as strongly projected. So a lot of the things that were brought about and that we could learn to use as a daily practice were kind of put to the side. So I was very excited when Nawili called and said, Reverend Ruth, will you do Kwanzaa? And Nawili, I'm going to need you to say that word for me one more time.
Ujamaa.
Ujamaa is our word, and it had to do with cooperative economics. Now, when I heard that, I had to go into meditation for a moment and take a breath to bring myself into memory and to begin to familiarize myself with what Brother Karenga was talking about at that time. He talked about building businesses and the economic of building in our community. But as I began to meditate and to begin to think about what does it mean at this time in our lives, I realized that it had to do with intention. Intention is extremely important. It is 100% operation. And so also as I thought about intention, I realized that at this time we are walking in the process of spiritual economics because the planet has changed. We're moving into a new paradigm. The ideas and the thoughts that the people who are younger generations are thinking in a direction of money and living a lifestyle of the wealthy. But what we have to understand is the lifestyle that is the first lifestyle is the idea of our spiritual nature, which allows us to go within and recognize the power and the presence of God in us. It allows us to remember that our body care is extremely important. So at this time, and even for them, they should focus on their health, which I am seeing a lot of it with people drinking natural drinks and stuff like that. But even when you drink the teas and you drink the natural drinks, some of us are still experiencing health challenges. And I believe that the reason we are is because we're drinking it, but are we drinking and enjoying things with intention for the health of our body, or are we doing it because it's popular now? We have to think every day, what is my intention for my day in this economic, spiritual time on the planet? The balancing of the planet is us understanding that we are ageless and timeless in God. And so when I heard the young lady say, I'm here with these young ladies in Elizabeth, I came into total agreement because if we were to understand that we are ageless and timeless and God projects the look that is necessary at that time for us to do our work, we have had the pleasure of being on the planet for a while. Look at the things that we can share with these young sisters and brothers and in turn learn from them so that we continue to have longevity. So it's important that everything that we do is done with intention, even with the young lady planting her garden. What is your intention? You know, because we can plant seeds, but what seeds are we planting? So it's important that we think about those things. Also in our home, in our work, everything that we do, we should do out of love and intention. So I always say, only do the thing that you love, and as you give the love will come back to you. So if anybody's going through financial crisis at this time, which I understand people of a certain age group, because they're now on pensions and stuff, are living a little less. But why would you if you set the intention to have the life that God created for you? So everything is available, but we have to think about what are we thinking about when we're thinking about what we're thinking about. So,
Come on.
so many times as we're moving through this economic period, it is not about building businesses or any of those things because they're already there waiting for us. The process of attracting, the law of attraction, when you are in alignment and you set the intention, the law of attraction brings you all the people, places, and things that you knew that you need to complete your mission. But because we live in a society where we watch too much television, we pay attention to too much news, and we think that we are of a certain age or we're moving into another dimension that we are not a part of, we forget who we are. And sometimes we allow the young people to forget who we are because we don't stand proud and say, yes, I'm still here and I have purpose. And in saying that, they want to know, well, what is your purpose? And that's when we have the opportunity to say, I am the great I am, and I am here to share that with you. How do we do that? Through our practices. Are we daily meditating? Are we getting up and setting the tone for our day? Or are we getting up, going through the motion of sitting, but letting too many thoughts go through our head and not working with mantras? So that we center in and know who we are and we meditate with purpose, even if it's for 2 minutes. Sometimes when you get ready to enter a room, when you take that breath, breathe with me now, ladies, take a breath. And as you blow it out, you have set the tone so that you're willing to hear more of what I've said. When you get ready to walk into a doctor's office, when you get ready to walk into your work, when you get ready to talk with your grandchildren or your children or a business partner, know why you are there and set that intention. Intention is one of the most important words that you can remember today if you forget everything else I said. What is my intention? My intention this morning is to let you know that the cooperative economics is you, that you have the choice and the right now at this time in your life to create and be anything that you want. Writing a book, starting a business. Why would you not? Why would you define yourself by what man says and age yourself into a life of complexity and not doing the things that you want? But yet we wake up in the morning and we get so involved in what is going on in the outer world that we forget that the first work is the inner world. The inner work of getting up in the morning, setting the tone, and allowing ourselves to be and do whatever it is we want. You have to know that they're watching you. You see, the thing about young people is that say, oh, grandma, or they say, oh, auntie, or they say, oh, cousin, and you think they're not paying attention. They'll walk through the room and act like they notice everything about you from the top to the bottom. If you wear locks, know why you wear locks. Are you a trendsetter? Are you trying to be trendy? Or what are you dedicating your life to when you grow those locks? If you decide that you're going to dress in a certain way, what does that say about you? I tend to be a little trendy because I like to attract young people to me. So I'll wear colors or certain outfits just so they say, wow, that's cool. Why are you wearing that? And I say, because it looks good to me. And I get into a conversation with them. We have to learn how to become involved in the world and not walk around like we have a short time and that we no longer exist. You don't know when you're leaving the planet. And today we have people leaving from infancy to age. So every day is a new opportunity for you to wake up and get up in the morning and say, today is my day. Do your mirror work. Get in the mirror and say, wow, look at you. You look fantastic. You look dynamic. You are the one that is setting the tone for the world. Your thoughts are things and you are projecting those thoughts and people are picking up on your vibration. And remembering who you are, that you are shifting and changing this world by every thought that you think, because thoughts are things. That every word that comes from your mouth is important because every word is a prayer. And as you talk, you're talking about our universe, you're talking about our lives, you're talking about our space. If you speak small, then small is what you are. How are you speaking about yourself? What are you saying about your friends? What are you saying about the place you live in? What are you saying about the world? How are you allowing through your thoughts and your words to allow people to get more control by giving them your energy and supporting the cause that you don't even believe in? So when Ron Karenga came out with this idea of Kwanzaa, he got the idea, but his only job was to put it out there. Ours was to come at a appointed time, which is your time today, for the first time. My time because it brought me into remembrance. Your time because we're celebrating today and we're dedicating and making up our minds that today we will follow every step of Kwanzaa. But let's not put the Kwanzaa candle in the drawer when this day is over, when these 7 days are over. You know, they used to say, carry Christmas in your heart. Carry Kwanzaa in your heart. Understand what your purpose is. Understand how valuable you are and always have been to this planet. That God chose you and you made a commitment and you said, I'll go. And within this going, I will commit to doing everything that you asked of me because I am willing. And thank you for letting me have some free time so I could be joyful and do some of the things that I wouldn't do if I only stayed in my spiritual realm. Because sometimes we have to step out of that so we can step back in stronger. So know each day as you breathe with me now, ladies, breathe in and blow it out. And allow yourself to know that today you are setting the intention for the world through your prayers, through your words. to the people that you bump into when you say good morning, hello, even though they act like they don't want to hear it. You have more power than you give yourself credit for. And when you can get in the mirror and say, I am the most powerful individual on the planet. Why? Simply because I chose to come to the planet at this time, live this long, and get younger and younger and younger so that I can still teach, be, and send out love to the universe. And so that I can, by law of attraction, bring in the very best life for myself. A living example of what God looks like. A living example of what life can be like. A gift of being. When you enter a room, when you're talking to someone, when you're having a conversation with yourself, take a breath and allow yourself to become the thing itself. And you won't have to think about cooperative economics or any type of economics, because you are the economics. You are the Spirit of God, known by whatever your name is, setting the tone and allowing yourself to live, be, and have the life that God gave you. Thank you, ladies, for joining me this morning. Thank you for inviting me, Nawili. And I hope that I've said something that each and every one of us can carry with us today and use. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Reverend Ruth. I can see somebody waving.
And if you have any questions or anything you want to ask me, feel free to ask me. I want to make an announcement. In the month of January, we are going to be working on the project of the red tent, raising the big tent, having women come from all parts of the world. I would like for you to contribute, talk about it, let me know if you have interest. I will also be doing a series of workshops on chakra healing so that we can come into alignment and know who we are. This year, this 2023, is one of the greatest years that we will have in our lives, because it is a turning point and it is shifting of the universe. And you, ladies, have the power to assist in allowing it to be the very best.
Yes, I share.
Ruth, will it be online and in person, or just in person?
What, the red tent?
Yes.
The red tent will be held in September in Los Angeles. I have a goal of the place that I want it to be. I want women to travel and bring everything you have to share and meet women from everywhere.
Awesome.
And I'm looking for people who have ideas. If you can come up with something you'd like to contribute or see happen, you can get all of my information from Nawili and stay in touch with me. I'm putting together a planning committee as we speak. If you think you would like to be a part of that, give me your name.
Okay.
Oh, shame. Thank you, Reverend Ruth.
The other workshops I will be doing on Zoom, and I think that they will probably be in production by the end of January.
Okay.
Reverend Ruth, can you just share the Zoom workshop you did recently was amazing, and it's also one of the books that was referenced was one of my favorite books. If you have not read it, it doesn't matter if you've been married forever, or the relationship with yourself is the most important relationship there is. And the book is called, it's very short, quick read, but very profound. It's called God on a Harley. If you haven't read it, please, I'll put it in the chat. Please, please, please read it.
You want me to share something? You want me to say something about it?
Yes, I do.
Well, my understanding is that the common ground that women of all ages have is relationships. The first relationship that we should have is with ourselves, learning how to truly be in love and know what love really feels like. But we tend to operate outside of ourselves looking for love. So over 30 years ago, I was in the Bay Area, and a friend of mine named Ife, we were in a women's group and we were talking about relationships, and she says, oh, you guys haven't read the book? And we said, well, what's the book? And she said, God on a Harley. So I'm one of those people, when you mention something, I immediately get it because I want to read and I want to understand it. And the book is based on the story of a young woman who wants to be married and wants to experience and have love. And she falls for a guy who is totally, he's her friend, but he's not looking at her as a love interest. But it was her desire to be in a love interest. Some circumstances come up and she doesn't have the opportunity to have the relationship with him. And she finds herself walking on the beach one night, drinking a bottle of wine, getting drunk, and having a pity party. And all of a sudden, this handsome guy rolls up on a Harley and he says, "May I help?" And at that time, she doesn't realize that she's really meeting God. And the book is about how he gently, as a man, takes her through some guidelines of learning how to fall in love with herself, so that when she really sees love, she'll be able to recognize it because she will see no one but herself. It's a great book. I had the opportunity to do the workshop in the Baldwin Hills Mall. I had the opportunity to work with some of our younger sisters, and they fell in love with the book, and they're going to be a part of our red tent. Some of them will be on the planning committee. My goal is to bridge the gap so that we are ageless and timeless women, respecting and understanding the value of every relationship, not by age, but by respect for each other as women. Learning to understand that we are right where we are is right where we're supposed to be. And at this moment, I wouldn't want to be any other age. I wouldn't want to be anything but who I am. And knowing that life has so much more for me, I'm just excited to know that I'm still here and I'm moving forward and I'm doing things.
Right.
And not living in fear of death, because we see it every day, every age. But knowing right here is your time, right now, it's your time, ladies. Anything that you want to be, anything you want to do. And I'm sending out some love and light to Evelyn, because Evelyn, I want you to remember that you have the right to be healed. Close your eyes, go within, visualize that part of your body and talk to it and say, I command you, because the body has the right to heal itself and heal quickly. It has nothing to do with what it is, because we don't know the name of it anyway. The doctors make up stuff to give it a name. They say, oh, it hurts. Okay, that must be a back, blah, blah, blah. Come on, ladies, let's get real.
Right, right.
And so when we talk about women or even human beings, but it starts with us, because the divine feminine energy is really, really needed on the planet at this time, because everybody's crossing the street on the left.
Yes.
So we gotta pull up our energy. We've got to be the powerful beings that we are. And we gotta say, I know who I am and I want to share with you. And know when to enter a conversation and engage with people. And not sit at home and say, I'm meditating and building my garden here. The world is your garden. Plant your seeds. So anyway, I get hyper when I talk about God and me. I don't know about you.
Yes, yes.
But see, the relationship that I have is so personal. You have to get your own, because I can't give you this.
Yeah.
True.
But I
see
know that what I'm
Money.
talking about, what I'm saying, exists in you too. You are the all-powerful. You are the divine. You weren't dropped down here without purpose. You were sent here as a gift.
Yes.
These men and this planet needs us. This is Mother Earth. She is saying, sisters, gather and allow us to heal. But it starts with you. Thank you.
All right, come on. I know y'all chewing on this. Reverend Omani, I saw the snaps. I was like, okay.
I have to throw in here this morning in our reading from the Course in Miracles. This was a really I said, well, I'm gonna chew on this one, because it was saying about that pain. It was talking about pain, and pain is not of how they said, or I'm in my way of saying it, it's not of God, pain. And it was just even physical pain, you know, like something hits you and stuff, and are you experiencing, so not physically, not mentally, not emotionally, that is not. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait till I gotta talk to somebody, they gotta break that down, because I do feel pain, you know, and but in the one, like what you're talking about, Reverend Ruth, is oneness with God. I can, and when you were talking and stuff, you know what? I'm just gonna agree with God that I don't have to experience that. And I tell my body, and that's my new walk, is that I don't have to. Even I just don't have to. I'm not even gonna say with this experience or that. I'm gonna walk into that. I'm going to live that because God said it.
Well, one of the things that I do and what I have been working with for myself, and I've been learning so many things along the way, is when I begin to do chakra healing, I begin to understand what the root thinking was of the law of attraction of what I brought to me. And what was my fear of it? Was it that certain time in life when, historically in America, we say at a certain age, this will start happening, that will start happening, women will have menopause, our hair will fall out, blah, 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 blah. But is that really our living truth?
Yeah.
These bodies were built to repair themselves. But we've been taught to look without going within first. See, when the pain comes, go within and say, okay, I'm going to look at this part of my body. I'm closing my eyes. I'm going within. I'm going directly to that pain. What are you trying to talk to me about? When I had cancer, I said, what are you trying to talk to me about? And God kept saying, don't worry, Ruth, everything's cool. And it was cool because I was out of the hospital in 43 days being told that I was dying when I went in. But when I went in with the conscious thought of, okay, Ruth, what were you thinking about when you were thinking about what you were thinking about? During that period of time, I had become a caregiver to my mother. I'm a caregiver to the world. I used to just give. Never looked in the mirror, didn't take time for myself. And when I did, I would dress cute and everything, but everything was superficial. So I had to go within and say, Ruth, what is your intention? What is your commitment to you? What do you really see yourself being? And I said, I am a living demonstration of what God looks like through healing, through understanding that the dis-ease was created out of my mind and not of my physical being. So I'm going to clear my mind up and get my head right. And I'm going to pick up my bed and walk, and I'm going to be that testimony to let you know, go directly to where the pain is. You are going to leave the planet when your contract is up. And if you want to be sick along the way, that's on you.
We on one accord with that
Has a
too.
contract. Everybody got a contract. People go to sleep and don't wake up. The contract is up. But in the meantime, what are you doing with your life? Are you going to give it away to pain? Are you going to give it away to illness? You have a choice. I go to the doctor and I say, okay. And then I say, God, what are we talking about? The God was the God that knows, the all-knowing, that knows what it is. And it's either people, places, or things that I'm connected with that I don't have no business doing, being, or seeing. How many of us get up and we all, you avoiding, you talking about what your daughter doing. That's her business. She grown. But get a life. Find out who you are. Be that demonstration. So when that crap shows up for her, she be looking and say, well, Mom, how'd you get through it? Because we're all one. There's no separation. The same mind that's in me is in you. The same mind that's in her. It's all the same. It's one mind. How much of it are we willing to use? And are we afraid to use it? Are you afraid to say that I don't believe in Jesus? Are you afraid to say that I don't believe in anything? Or are you okay with saying I am? You see, we cross the street, we walking on the left because we don't commit to nothing. On a good day, you could be a Christian, and the next day you could be whatever. But you have to choose and make the decision. Today, I choose God within. Every day I get up, look in the mirror and say, I'm choosing God within. I'm going into the world. I'm going to be challenged. People going to ask me. I date a guy right now and he says, do you believe in Jesus? I said, I believe everything he said. He said, these things I do, you can do in greater things. Hey, I love that. I'm doing it. He said, you can pick up your bed and walk. I picked up my bed. I said, and then he asked me again. I said, well, how do you believe in Jesus? Well, I believe that I said, well, see, you outside, I'm inside, but it's all the same thing because it's done unto you as you believe. I don't care how you believe it. I'm not about religion. I'm about the God within. So we got to know what side of the street we choosing to walk on. Are we on the sunny side of the street or are we on the side with the rain? You have a pain, you're going to the doctor, I'm in agreement with that. But in the meantime, go to the doctor within. What am I thinking about when I'm thinking about? What am I thinking about? Why did I choose to create this pain at this time in my life? Am I in avoidance? Is there something I want to do that I'm not doing? Am I honoring myself 100%? What the heck am I doing? And you see, we're not on, sometimes we're on all the time. God is active all day long. It don't shut down 24/7. So how much of it are you willing to use? How much of it are you willing to trust? Do you get up every day and say, if I got to do it moment to moment, I'm going to do it moment to moment? Until one day you get up and it's effortless because you realize it's just who you are. I can't help it because I love God within. My kids say, that's the way my mama talk. I said, well, would you like another language? Because I can do some of that too. But I choose not to.
Come on.
I'm just saying, ladies, you know, we either in or we out. We can get up every day and play with it. And I ain't mad at you because I can't tell you how to live your life because trust me, I'm not perfect. Some days I'll be cussing like a sailor. And then I say, thank you, God, for giving me that language because that's what that Negro needed.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm not ashamed of nothing I do. I've done some things that maybe some people say, girl, why you do that? Well, I did it because that's what I did. Look at me. Am I okay? I'm okay. Maybe I needed to do that so I could grow.
Yes.
I'm just saying, ladies. So when we're in the red tips, I want us to talk about what we got to say. Don't be afraid to say things to young girls. Let me tell you something that I know. A woman 70 wants love just like a girl 20 do.
Yep.
You want a man just like a girl 20 do, or whatever her preference is, not my business. But at the end of the day, you're entitled to what you want, but know what you want. And if you get it, get the right one. Don't get the piece of man, get the whole man.
Oh man.
Don't get the man with the cane, get the man that's walking straight up.
Come on, come on.
You choosing.
Come on, come on. I'm loving every minute. Woo! I'm loving every minute of this. Oh my God.
Sister Juanita had her hand up, so I want to acknowledge her.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Don't be sorry, not one bit. I'm going to get
No.
this right
Yeah,
here. This conversation needs some tea to go with it. Because she showed me.
Because we dishing tea.
Girl, she dishing the tea this morning with all with ears to hear and eyes to see because this sister rolling out.
Okay. Miss Juanita, you on? Okay.
Yeah. I just want to thank you, Reverend Ruth. And I apologize for interrupting, but that part about what you were saying about putting can't, sir, in its place, I just want to share with you that we're on that same journey as far as that goes, because yes, I'm walking that walk of getting to the spiritual root of it and uprooting it so that it could never show up in my life again. And you are on one accord with us in each of us in every way. I am and I am also. When you come to Detroit, come on and go to the Temple of I Am and get a dose of that part of I Am with me, with us, whoever, anyone is welcome at any time. But yeah, this is rich. It's a rich cup of coffee. Thank you, Nawili, for bringing Reverend Ruth on with us. Thank you, Reverend Ruth, for coming. Looking forward to sharing more of this journey with you. Love it is.
For letting me join you this morning. It's a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes. We are all one. She is a reflection of us. She just saying it I'm Black and I'm proud. I'm a sister. She's just saying it out loud. You know, it's just, it's in all of us. So yeah, that's my, she's your sister too. You know, she's a reflection of you. So we all, I'll tell you about, there's this woman in high school that I really admired. She was the year before me and she was short, but she was like, remember back in the day, they said a bold soul sister. So this girl was just like bold soul sister. And I was like, man, I'm gonna be a bold soul sister like her one day. And fast forward, I went to my class reunion like 40 years later, and they were giving away the books we had in high school. So you could take a book. And remember when you had to sign in the front of the book to get the book for that semester? So one of the books I picked, I think it was Kon-Tiki. So you guys know I'm dating myself as I say Kon-Tiki, if y'all remember that book. So, and I opened it and the last person that signed was that person. Edwina was, but she put BSS, Bold Soul Sister. Okay. And I picked up her book 40 something years later. So, you know, just we all bold soul sisters in our own unique and wonderful ways. Mama Het, I know you got something to say.
Mama Het was back there dancing.
Listen, let me tell y'all something about divine order. I come in here and Sister Ruth is letting it be known, and I am over here jumping up and down. Sometimes it is a very lonely world when you sit and think about how people take things and how they don't know, they know, but they don't know that they have the ability to change everything. Not anything, but everything. And I just appreciate Sister Ruth coming on here and saying that truth, because I feel like I'm alone sometimes. Being in Elizabeth, you know, it's helped a lot. But I feel alone when I watch my friends just crumble when they people pass away. You have to know that there is a choice that people can make to go to spirit. They ain't got to stay here and deal with nothing if they don't want to. This body gets tired. Your spirit is still alive. People, I'm reading about people, oh, the holidays are terrible for me. That's because you left it there and made it that way. Change that. We have that power. Thank you, Sister.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Ashe.
Thank you.
Yes. 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 Yes.
People choose to be difficult. It's a
yes.
Keep choosing that.
And you are making a choice. That after intention, choice is the next best word. Because every day we choose. Every day we choose. I chose to get up this morning. It's 8. What time is it there?
That time, I don't know.
9:10.
Okay.
3 hours earlier than you, so I got up at 4 a.m. so I could be with you. It was a choice.
Ain't no time.
So we make our own choices every day, every way. You're making a choice. What do you want it to be?
Yes. Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Mama Hanea. Yes, we got you.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I did it. Okay. Well, what I'd like to say is I've had so many things I used to complain about all the time. And I used to be so shy. I was a kind of thick, super thick young lady. So I was real self-conscious. But the point I'm making is, as much as I love hearing music, I never would dance in front of people or dance with the people, because I thought, they were watching me because I wasn't perfect. But fast forwarding, after some processing, I dance for people, and I feel my dancing, and I have back issues, but when I'm dancing, I'm so happy. My body feels happy. It don't feel no pain in the back and the knee or nothing. So that is where I claim my power in dancing. And I love watching Sister Haru dance. I missed you the other day, but I got a report from Razia, and I could hear her in there just feeling good dancing. And she was telling me how good you are. But
that's my testimony to share here, how dancing has liberated me also, because that's a powerful feeling for me.
Ashe. And I just want to say to Mama Evelyn and Queen Aduni and Star when we celebrated Mama Evelyn's birthday a few days ago, how liberating that was for us just to have Mama Evelyn's playlist and have the music come through. Music, medicine, dancing, it's all medicine. And just for us to dance, what a great, that was Christmas Day. What a great way to start the day. And I carried that throughout the whole day. I still feel it in here. And you know, that Aquarius part of me, like Queen Aduni is saying, we need to have, or it would be great to have, where once a week or every other week, we have everybody just drops a song for the playlist and we just get on and we just dance.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
every cultural tradition does it. I mean, there's Sufi dancing of the dervish. There's, you know, African dancers, Cuban, you know, there's salsetta, whatever, belly dancing. Just dance and just release and enjoy. You know, we get a chance, like Reverend Ruth is saying, we get to enjoy this. We, you know, God bless our ancestors and those who choose, and not choose, but our ancestors who showed us what suffering and pain looks like, feels like, tastes like. We know that. When you eat a hog maw, if that ain't suffering, but that's just my judgment. That was my judgment. It was my judgment. Or I take it back. I take it back. Delete. But if, you know, we all get it in different, get to experience that, and the word I keep hearing is what we're feeling. And past feeling is that acceptance of that knowingness. That feeling is temporary. It, you know, feelings come and go, but that acceptance and that knowing what you know, that you know, that you know, and you are willing to stand up in it and live for it, not die for nothing. We don't have to die. We don't have to keep on dying, but to live for it. So I just wanted to say, yeah, I would love to like have a dance thing. You know, we do weekly or, you know, twice a month or something, and just, you know, celebrate. And I see Mama Razi, I'm gonna stop talking, has her hand up.
Well, I just want to thank you, sisters, for this discussion that we're having right now. And it helps me to understand more deeply a portion I just read in this book. It's called The Complete Kwanzaa Celebration. And it's by Dorothy Wimbush Wiley. But I was reading here, and this is a statement by Marcus Garvey. It says, according to the commonest principles of human action, no man will do as much for you as you will do for yourself. Marcus Garvey.
Come on.
So when we talk about movement, and we're talking about the importance of dance on all of the levels, spirit, mind, body, and just reminding ourselves that we have the power. And what I realize about dance is that we draw, it's like an exchange of energies on the floor, and you're giving and you're receiving. And it's really a great demonstration of cooperative economics.
Yes.
Cooperative economics.
I love that. So thank you, Mama Razia, for assisting us in expanding in that thought, in that consciousness. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I love that too. Feeling is an acceptance. Okay, anyone else want to amen corner? I feel like that's what's happening right now. Hey, great day, Danielle. Thanks for joining. Oh, Star.
Reverend Ruth, I just have to say that you fed us very well this morning. And you got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do so. We were like little birds with our mouths wide open, waiting for waiting for our mother to feed us, and you feed us very, very well. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you, especially for the time that you got up to come and be with us and feed us. Nawili, thank you so much for inviting Reverend Ruth. I do pray that you can come back at any time, and we're gonna create something for you to come back and feed us again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? The blessing is that every time I talk to you, I talk to me. And the blessing is that I get as much from you as you say you're receiving from me. Just seeing your faces gave me the spirit and the energy to just open up and allow myself to be myself. So it's just a blessing. Whenever I have the opportunity, you're giving me the opportunity and the energy to say the things that I say, and I appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah, I think it would be a wonderful excursion for Elizabeth to go to California, to go to.
Yes.
And we should do that as a group.
As a group.
And we go and just, oh my God, hug and vibe and learn from all the sisters.
And actually, before the Red Tent in September, if you choose to come here at any time, we can set up maybe some type of workshop or an experience so that while you're here, we're able to come together and share. And of course, I want you to bring your bag of stuff because I know that you got a lot of stuff that you can share with us in Los Angeles. So bring your bag with you, everything.
Okay.
It was so interesting.
She always drops the mic when she comes.
And Reverend Ruth, as you were sharing how we allow you to more hear and be more of yourself. Of course, I heard the song by Sly and the Family Stone. I want to thank you for letting me be myself again.
I'm glad you like that. That was good.
Anyone? Okay, I'm not seeing. Mama Het. I love that song. Mama Het, you are the song. You are every song. Where is she? Yes, you are every song. I can't think of music without thinking about you. Yes. Danielle, you want to chime? Oh, okay. Reverend Omani, I see your box is lit up.
No, my girl.
I see your auras.
Okay, so Reverend Ruth, what I want to say to you is thank you, because you're hyped as I am. And girl, I was over here screaming with you. It was church for me, amen. Yes, speak on it. Because, I get hyped and people be looking at me like I'm crazy, but thank you for letting me reaffirming that, keep my hype. Hello.
Keep it. Keep that hype.
Oh, I love when you said, and I still cuss because I still do too. Because sometimes you need it, and God ain't never told me to stop cussing. He gave me special compensation. Keep cussing them out and bring them back to me. And I'm just gonna do that. So for me, you were affirming, especially on that sickness tip, because people still want to back like they sick, and that's a lie. That ain't from God. And when you try to tell it to them, they don't want to hear you. So I just appreciate you this morning for affirming me as a minister, because sometimes people around you, they want you to walk with tippy toes. And I'm not walking with tippy toes. I walk bold in what I know about God, because only the truth is true. So I thank you. I love you. I'll lift you up. I'm going to get the book, and I'm getting your name because I need somebody who could be on the same page with me, hyped for the Lord.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I come in agreement.
And if you're doing the tippy toe, you can wear your clogs, you can wear your stilettos, you can wear your tennis shoes, tippy toe in whatever shoes, because no one can walk in your shoes but you.
That's right. Or no shoes at all.
Or no shoes, barefoot.
Feet to the ground.
Oh, Mama had
Barefoot.
barefoot. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah, I totally love it. I totally appreciate you. And I'm glad you got up at 4 o'clock.
Am too.
And she was like my wake up call. I didn't, which was cool for today. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Mama Evelyn, you good?
I think Danielle got something to say.
Okay.
Oh,
Danielle.
I know I came in on the tail end of the conversation, but it's
There is no tail.
I
Just
did unmute
kidding.
myself. Oh, but I know it's in direct alignment from what I've heard, so I can't go back. I can't wait to go back and listen to the replay. But I'm along with your sisters of just being unapologetically yourself, and I'm finding out. You know what? I don't fit into a box, and I'm not trying to. And I recently stepped out on faith and did something and posted it. And not only did I get a lot of people telling me, oh, I feel I'm going through the same exact thing, about choosing to be me. Even as something as simple as saying Grand Rising. Grand Rising kind of surfing up in a couple of my family members. Like it was an issue. Why can't you say good morning? Why does Grand Rising bother you so much? Like we have gotten into that deep of a conversation. And recently, I think it was Monday, I did a TikTok. I was like, if this bothers you, and I said it, I was like, then go F yourself, seriously, because I'm not changing for nobody else. I had people stop and call my phone and be like, sis, I'm going through the same thing that you're going through. I was like, what? And when I got down to the root cause of the issue, the biggest issue was my younger brother. The root cause of his anger and everything was because he was missing his big sister. The outcome of the situation is he wants me to come to something about California. I'm noticing this because I got 2 offers to come to California. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on over here on this West Coast? I told him, I'm like, I'm going through a situation right now, but if you want me to come visit you, you can always send me a plane ticket. So
right.
guess who's getting the plane ticket? But the whole bullying and and all this other stuff was because you just couldn't say, sis, I miss you, come to California. Yeah, but in the mean of it, because I shared it with other people, it let people know you're not going through this by yourself. So yeah, I just had to share that with people. It's powerful. It's powerful. And I'm like, okay, we gotta get to the root cause of this. What's the problem? What's the real problem? So like I said, I can't wait to go listen to the playback, but something from what I caught is right in divine order. And I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Ashe. Thank you, sis. Ashe today. Yes, everything's in divine order. Truly. Okay, Star.
Reverend Ruth, I want to say, this is being recorded, and I'm going to watch the recording, and I am going to record what you said on my phone, because when people start getting doubtful and all of that stuff, I can say, okay, I could tell them, okay, where to go find the recording. But if I know they're not going to do that, okay, listen to this right here. Right here now, listen to this, and this is going to help you get out of that funk that you in, okay? I just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. 2003. Okay. Carlotta, can you explain what you just put in the chat?
Well, I was just listening to what Sister Danielle is saying, and how and others about our loneliness. And our loneliness is, 2003, 15 years of genetic research was completed, and that was the current time in which this was confirmed, that there's one human species on Earth. I used to say, why don't we say human race? Well, there is no human race. There's only a human species.
Yeah.
And it came to me eventually. And this research said that they went all over the world. They went back 3.5 million years to fossils, and they found that we were 99.99% exactly genetically the same, but they could never find any duplication of 100% for anyone. And so that explains that less than a penny uniqueness that sounds like the most part of our lives that we have to have courage to fulfill. And so when we feel like nobody can validate us, nobody can understand us, we can't even understand our own instincts, that's that less than a penny, I think, working. It's not just genetically, but I think it's multidimensionally. That's why when you say we all have a purpose, Reverend Ruth, yes, and we have to be intentional about our less than a penny unique piece, because it is the big piece for humanity. It is a big piece for our existence.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So in alignment. Yes. Absolutely makes perfectly good sense. Mama Evelyn, do you want to say something? I see.
Just thinking about the strange things I'm drawn to looking at on TV. Because I had asked, I think I asked in the on the app if it's funny how, you know, when you look at a certain show or series and you start looking and you say, ooh, that's what's going on now. That's what's going, and it's this, I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie, what is it?
Compass.
Yeah.
Compass.
Golden Compass.
Yes.
Okay, so they have a continuation of that, His Dark Matter, which is on HBO, and I'm looking at it and I'm seeing the controllingness and how the feminine energy, which they're afraid of, they're again vilifying Eve. I was like, so yeah, we have to come into our own strength, because that's what is saving us. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's waking up. Yeah, and I'm healing myself today. I'm done with this. I have things to do. I have things to do. This has been, you know, the Elizabeth has just been, for me, it's been affirming, it's been helpful, you know, giving me a lot of resources. When I think I'm alone and I don't know what to do, I do know what to do. I do know what to do.
And what I've seen you do, Sister Mama Evelyn, is be patient. I've seen you trust, and I've seen you deepen your love.
Can I say something, Nawili? I want to tell you something my mother told me a long time ago. My mother is going to be 99 years old, January 24th. And she is moving around and as spry as most of you. She's still looking for a new boyfriend because her last one made his transition. And my mother says that whenever anything is going on with you, take off your clothes, get naked, and look in the mirror and say, wow, you are a dynamic, fantastic woman. What are you thinking about? And she talks to her body, and she admires herself, and she deals with the divine feminine within, and she says she can have anything she wants because she knows how to use it. So as we become more familiar with our bodies, you know, we got to get naked. I'm not playing. I'm talking about butt naked in front of a long mirror where you can take a real good look and realize how magnificent this body has been, how it cooperates you on a daily basis, how all of the little parts start working. And just when you think it's not going to work, it works again.
Yes.
And the thing of it is the illness only lasts as long as we need it. And my question is, what do I need you for? So when I look in the mirror and I'm naked, I say, wow, Ruth, look how fabulous you're made. Every part of you is beautiful. And I love it because I love me. And the more we fall in love, when we go within and we can allow that divine love to just start wrapping itself around us, and we truly know that spirit, because it's a feeling that it goes through your body, and when you feel it, you know it.
Some
And
years ago,
every day, practice it like you take a shower, brush your teeth. Every day, have a conversation with you and this divine that you are, because that's our best tool. Nobody can talk about you better than you can talk about you. And it's practice, 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 so that every day you become more magnificent. I used to not even talk. I used to sit in the back of the room, and I was that girl that didn't dance because I thought they were looking at me. But why the hell were they looking at me? That was me, because I wasn't looking at me. You see, we got to be honest with ourselves. Who am I and what am I about? We keep playing with this crap. If you want to change something, walk in your divinity of femininity and do the doggone thing.
Okay. Do the damn thing. Come on. I love it.
I practice it every day because it's work.
Yeah.
You have to practice it every day because this world doesn't even recognize women anymore. We're binary. I'm a divine feminine. And you don't have to call me that because I know it.
okay.
I know who I am. How do I know? Because every morning when I get up and I get in that mirror, I define and talk about who I am. And I go in and I use my breath work and I sit in meditation. I say, Spirit, allow me to be everything dynamic and great that I am today. I ain't worried about tomorrow, yesterday. We've got to be willing to claim it, to pull it in, and to be it so much that people think you're talking in tongues because all you talking is good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, Mama Razia, and then Mama Hania.
When Reverend Ruth was talking about the magnificence of our bodies, I remember, I guess I was in my 30s and we were in some workshops or something, and the leader was reminding us that we have billion-dollar bodies. And we went through a whole list of things that the body does, and just magnificent. And, you know, she was encouraging us to appreciate our bodies, take care of this machine, this billion-dollar machine, nothing like it. So I just wanted to throw that in. Also, before Reverend Ruth leaves us, I had in my reading about Ujamaa, there's a quote that concerns me, and I just wondered what some of the other brilliant minds on the phone, on the Zoom call, might say to this. It says, never lend more than you borrow. And this is a quote out of Egypt. I just wanted a little comment on that because it jolted me when I first read it.
Well, this is my personal thought. I don't borrow. I believe. I have never been broke a day in my life. I don't even know what broke feels like. I will never go hungry because God feeds me. I will never be alone because I am with the great I am. I am never going to experience sadness because in whatever is going on, God says, see the joy, for I'm bringing you something. And when you think about that, why are you borrowing when you have everything that you need? You see, your poverty only comes from you thinking you're missing out on the material stuff. Maybe you want to carry a designer purse or wear a certain outfit to impress people. You get impressed, hopefully, well, not hopefully, I don't really care. I impress people by who I am. If I don't care. But I'm gonna always be myself because I know that I am the divine. I don't have to be perfect in the divine, and I'm not always right, but I am always Ruth. I don't borrow and I don't lend, I give. And I only give when I got it. I don't have it, I say not today, because I'm keeping it for myself. I need it myself. So in that content, I don't borrow and I don't lend. I give and I know that I have enough so that I don't have to borrow. That's my perspective.
Okay.
Thank you.
Touch and agree. Yes. Mama, Lillie be to everyone the overflow. Mama Hanea?
Yes, I would love to share how Mama Reverend Ruth has made me feel with her comments. And in our community, how we become strong as a community is we mirror one another, the best parts of one another. And she shared some statements, some affirmations that pulls out some things of me that reminds me of what I have hanging behind my bed, is that I am divinely guided to my highest good always. And no matter what's going on, wherever I am, it's something to learn, something to be grateful for, something to share. It's something that is to my highest good. I just have to see it, whether it's in that moment or that it's surrounded there somewhere, it's coming. So I appreciate Mama Reverend Ruth sharing with us all those things, those good things about how powerful we are designed. And yes, Jesus Christ in the scriptures, in the Bible says that we will be doing things greater than him.
Yes.
And as it said in the Bible, he was lifting folks from the dead, you know, so we got great powers within.
Yes. Thank you, Sister Hanea. And Carlotta had put that in the chat also. And also, you want to also share, like, speak what you share in the chat about Mandingo's book, which, wow, you're bringing up so much spiritual, like, fruit and food from all my living. Yes.
Yes, I just wrote that there was a time I lived in Detroit and was working with a group of brothers and sisters about business. And the beautiful part of it was all of the reading that we had to do that was so inspirational. And this was one book that I remember reading about Mandingo. And it was a story about a man who just was depressed and downhearted, and he somehow or other, this man appeared to him and kept coming and talking to him and got him in touch with the miracle that his existence was, his physicality, his mental, emotional, spiritual potential. And when the guy arrived at that level, all of a sudden the man disappeared. And so my husband had been looking for a place to live, and and finally we said, okay, he was an artist and we had outgrown our townhome. And I said, okay, we've outgrown it. You pulled everything in here and we're squeezing through everything. So there was another story that caused me to be home with him, and he showed me this house, and we were looking at this house, and the realtor was standing there and saying, so how do you want it? And we're looking at each other. Yeah, my husband saying, yes, this is beautiful, but we don't have anything. The realtors are laughing at us. I don't have a job. My husband just started a job. We have no money. We have no credit. We have no savings. We have nothing. But the realtor is just standing and looking at us with a twinkle in his eye. And it reminded my husband and I of the story that we had just read, because we had read it together. And he seemed like this miracle man just popping up saying, so how do you want it? Just tell us. And he said, the owner of this house will love you too. And we're like, wow, we don't have anything. How could he? Well, we ended up getting this place on a land contract, and the man was just giving us all the space and the time. But it was like, the reason I brought it up is because we were talking about the body and the miracle. The sister was saying, the miracle of our bodies. And so I just said, if you look into that book, it just describes the blood cells and the rivers of blood and all the mechanisms of our body and how they just really they're outstanding. They would floor us. We don't realize we're carrying all of this miracle within us just physically that just functions without our thinking. And so that's why it's an impact, to just look at that. That's one place we can read about it in a very relational way.
Yes, I remember. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes.
Well, it all boils down to the same thing. even as you sit right now, and I'm talking primarily to Evelyn, but to all of us because she's voicing it, she's experiencing this ease. But one of the things that I do is if you close your eyes, you can see the interior of your body. You can see every bone, muscle, and nerve. You can see everything that is connected. And the thing of it is to see it as it is, whole, perfect, and well. And you know, everything is practice, practice, practice. This is a daily practice. We declare over our bodies and our spirit, our purpose, our home. And when you were talking about the house, I could tell you when I do workshops, I talk about I'm a miracle lady because God has blessed me. I've gotten houses with not a penny to my name and at the price that I could pay. I've gotten cars that I never thought I could get and they just show up because I think the thought that God allows me to see it. You see, we have to be the believers and the teachers. And so what you're talking about, I was so happy you said Mandingo. I haven't heard that name in I don't know how long because they consider those to be old books. But you understand that the copycats nowadays are taking those books and shredding them from the truth of what they really were deeply saying. So many times it's good to have the old books and to look into them and to remember the things that we already know. But yes, I understand because you see, there's no separation. Everything is everything. The chair that you're sitting in is the same material that you are. The glasses you drink out of, the food that you eat, because everything comes from the earth. And it's how we process and put it together that it becomes human or it becomes animated wood, walls, paint, or whatever it is. So when you're looking at something, you're looking with that single eye, with the eye of God. You're looking from the third eye, impacting your life so that you know that you can receive, receive, receive. And you receive at the level of your consciousness. What do I believe that at this time in my life I want to have? There is no rich or poor, there's only a thought. People living in a car is happy as the people on the hill because their richness is in the moment of where they are. We judge and define what we think it is, but it's all the same. There's no separation. It's only one. There's only one.
There's only.
And that's my thinking. That's what I've come to. But I understand what you're talking about because you have it and you have it all. How much of it do you want?
Ashe today. Touching and agreeing. Yes.
I just get so excited about this stuff because when I first began to meditate, I didn't understand how powerful it was. I had quit church. I didn't want to pray no more. I was tired of hearing what the ministers were saying because I wasn't going to hell for nobody. And I didn't know what heaven was like, but I knew I didn't want hell. And when I began to meditate and my master teacher, Arthur Chang, said, all you got to do is give it 15 minutes a day, Ruth. And as you allow yourself to go within and just sit, you will begin to manifest and know the direction, the road, the manifestation of money, of everything. And as I began to do it within 2 years, I opened up a business, I created money. And my husband said, what the heck are you doing? Are you doing witchery? What? And I said, I'm learning how to go within and trust that I am all knowing and that I am. And it's important that we work on that. And as I said, it's a daily work for me because I sometimes forget the manifestation because I'm listening out the left ear instead of the right one. So it's a daily practice. But yes, anything that you want, how much of it do you want? Some people just want to manifest a Gucci bag so they can say they got it on their arm. If that's what you want, cool with me. But I can see me using my money in another direction. I just like a nice looking purse because I'm not going to carry it that much all the time anyway. I'm going to get another one. So at the end of the day, I totally agree with what you said about the house. You were supposed to have a house because that's what you and your husband wanted. And you could have defined if it had a swimming pool, a library, 5 bathrooms, whatever you wanted. Because God was giving it to you. The man kept saying how do you want it, what do you want? But see, you didn't hear it at first. That's what God says every day. How do you want it? You know that song, how do you want it? Oh, no, not that song.
Medicine. Wow.
Okay, ladies, I'm done for. I gotta run to the ladies' room.
All right. So we still have a few minutes on. If anyone would like to send Reverend, are you coming back? Are you gonna go to the bathroom and come back, or are you?
How long we
exiting?
got?
We got about 13 minutes, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna run and be back.
All right, groovy groove. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. Any
And
other?
can I share something? I just had an epiphany, and I'm like, oh wow. We talk about I am, when we talk about speaking words of life over our bodies, over our lives, our circumstances, and everything. I grew up in a Christian private school, and every morning we had devotional from 8 to 9. We had devotion, we had praise and worship, and we had a biblical lesson for that week, for that day. And I'm sitting here and it just hit me. And I was like, he used to say, I am the tail and not beneath. We spoke words over our health. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, they had us do affirmations. Lord knows they wouldn't call it affirmations, being in the setting I was in. But I've been doing affirmations all my life and not even realize I was doing it. And that literally just, that just hit me. I'm above and not beneath. What is it? We talked about, having the breastplate of health and the protection and everything. And I'm sitting here like, I've been doing this. This just popped in my head. You've been doing this your whole life.
Yes. You have been on this path. You have been on the path all your life. And so we know, so powerful, whatever you say, be kind, I am. Recently, when I cleaned out my storage in Los Angeles, I found things from when I went to, I started studying religious science of mind with Reverend Beckwith and them 20 something years ago. So this is one project that was still intact. And we had this is a I am. And I just went, if you can even see, I mean, whatever I had. So, let me do it this way. So this was all recycled, whatever I had, y'all know how I roll, I use it. So each page is a I am circle, and it's just, it blew my mind when I found this in my storage, and that it's in perfect condition. Each page. So there are no accidents. I am where I am. Because I've been like you, Danielle, all my life. This is just one exercise that I did. So this was a class and an assignment, and every page. Yep, every page. And these are words like this says, I am getting started. I am trouble-free. I'm integrity. I'm winning. I am next. I am God. I am on the planet. I am faith. I am life. I am you. I am at the top. This is over 20 years. Just, and each, I don't even know where I got all these little words, but it's just, I said, there are no accidents.
Nawili?
Yes, ma'am.
You is.
We is. And I'm so grateful, yes, for each and every one of you. Mama Hanea, yes?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You want to say something?
Well, I just know that my first experience years ago with affirmations made me feel like it was just a fake out, or you say that, but it doesn't really happen. But I also learned later that affirmations are actually the building blocks to your faith and your trust in the creator that created you to be a part of that I am presence. And the more you affirm, the more you're building that belief, because you become it.
And yeah. And I love that you said a fake out. And I always think of compliments. All I could think of is, how do you fake in? Because I heard you say fake out. I was like, what would fake in?
No, there's no fake in. If there's no fake in.
Yeah.
Mama Nawili,
yes.
I wanted to share one of the things that that we tend to forget is after you've asked for or manifested something you want. Then when you get it, you forget you asked for it, or you like, or you say this is too good to be true. Don't do that. Don't yuck the
Don't
yum.
do that.
Don't yuck
Thank you.
the yum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't yuck the yum. You asked for this beautiful gift or whatever it was, and then you get it. You're like, oh, this, and then you complaining. Did you forget you asked for it? Now make
Okay.
up, like my Mama Ruth said, make up your mind.
Okay.
Mhm.
There it is.
Because it's actually time for gratitude when you
Thank you.
recognize,
And
Yeah.
that's
that
what
leaves
when
you
we.
open for the next one.
That's
Yeah.
true because one of the things that I need to I need to write it down on my card is
Mm-hmm.
that when you are sad or mad, it's because you're not grateful and creating.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Talked with my cousin who was a very much so powerful energy in my life, and she was always giving me tidbits and information to learn, and she was saying how when her husband gazes at her, it makes her angry immediately. I said that gaze is supposed to trigger you to take yourself upstairs and get to the things that you want to create and make. That's God saying, remember you said you wanted to make these things, go upstairs and make these things. And then she was saying that she also it reminds her of her dad, and she gave some other information, and I said, I think that gaze is for you to go upstairs, make your creations, and have that talk with your father. He's deceased,
Yes.
but you need to have a conversation.
Yes. 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 Wow. What an opportunity she was given.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that's so interesting because I remember me saying a few days ago, I really want to restore the relationship and communication with my brother. How that showed up was through that whole Grand Rising situation.
Wow.
And we are actually communicating and we're actually talking. And I have to go back and say thank you because I'm like, I did just say that. I know a lot of times things don't show up how we want it to, but when they do show up, you still gotta be thankful and grateful for the fact that they show. Because now we're actually talking. He actually sent me a message on Instagram. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna stop with the teasing and you in this Grand Rising situation. And he's like, I love you, and I'm gonna. And he apologized, and I was just like.
What?
Oh, that's exactly that. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna keep the conversation going because that's all. That's the one thing I do want. This is my only blood brother between me and my mother. So I'm like, there's no reason why. Granted, we have distance between us because he's the avid traveler, but I'm like, there's no reason why we can't communicate, why we can't talk, why we can't just, I don't know, be brotherly and sister, be friendly.
Don't forget what you asked for.
I know. I even tease him, and now I do tease him. I be like, Grand Rising brother, because it's it's conscious community joke. You're really my brother. So I'm like, it's a jokey joke. Come on now, and we're gonna keep it moving. So now I'm going to go and ask big. Bring my family together. My grandmother's branch is just. We close, but we ain't close. And everybody's in a different state. And I'm like, can we come together on a happy occasion? Just a happy occasion, just cause. So I'm about to go big because I see big. And I'm glad that it happened. And I'm glad of the creation. Like you said, I created something. I created a video. That's creation. And I'm like,
there you go. There you go. Don't forget what you asked for. Don't forget what you asked for.
And I did say I wanted to travel, and now I got California. What is this, my Neely? What is this with this I've been to California once for a cruise, so I was there for about a day or two. But I got 2 invitations to come to California.
All I can say is just do it.
Oh, I'm down for it. I'm like, I'm not,
Just
like I said, I created it with my brother. I told my brother, I was like, look, I just need you to send for me. And I think I need to tell the other host, hey, you know what? I need you to send for me. I think that's a good connotation to say instead of saying, oh, I don't have the money. No, I need you to send for me. And I'm like, I think I'm going to keep doing that. Each time somebody invites me to another state, oh, I need you to send for me. And see if they send for me.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so I'm really changing the connotation of I'm not gonna say I don't have it. I'm not gonna put it out there because we're quick to do that. I ain't got the money. You know what? You don't know when it's gonna show up, but creatively figure out another way to make it happen. So that's my mantra for 2023. Send for me.
Great mantra.
And I want to just, before Star's hand is up, to remove the don't forget, because the action word is to forget, but we say remember what you asked for. Remember, Star. And then after that, Queens, we'll be at 10, and I have a few things to take care of before we exit.
Okay, Star.
I like this affirmation. I am 2 words that can either make or break me, depending on what I myself put on the other side.
Ashe. Ashe.
I did my homework. I wrote it down.
Ashe.
Mama Nawili, what was that one your sister said? The bowl, what she say? What was that one? I'm bold, sister. What?
Oh, bold soul sister, BSS.
Not sister, sister.
Yeah, sister.
Bold soul sister.
And great day to Grand Rising to Lillie. She's on. I saw she chimed in the chat. And Carlotta, where are you? Where are you? I mean,
I'm in Michigan, Lansing, Michigan. I'm on in the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
But I come from the East Coast, Philly, Pennsylvania, and I have family all over.
Wonderful. Thank you for your energy.
Hope to be in LA in March.
Oh, please
March.
Look up. Yeah, you got to
San Jose and LA.
Okay. You need to connect with Reverend Ruth while you're there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to send my stuff. I don't know if Ania or me can send my stuff to you, Nawili, and
right.
I can
Put it,
please
put it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nawili, for allowing me to share and speak and be a part and receive. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. You touched up, like we said, those books that we
collective spiritual economics.
As soon as you said those books, I just remember to remember. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
And that name,
just
oh,
be in
Mangino.
gratitude. Yeah, and be in gratitude. Lillie, did you want to just chime in before we get off? Let us see your beautiful face.
Maybe not my face.
Okay, maybe not my face. Face off.
Hey, Lillie. Hey, twin.
Hello, Lillie.
Grand Rises. Have a beautiful day, ladies. That is all. That's all I've got.
Oh, thank you, beautiful.
You as well.
Well, I have an announcement to make, and that is that today is the last day of Nawili and Lillie B hosting on Thursdays. They are still ours. They're still part of Elizabeth, but life has taken a turn and they must tend to the life that's being created for them now. And so we want to say thank you.
Yes.
And, we thank
You're welcome. I love
you.
every one of you all, for sure.
And what a wonderful way to kick off or to walk out of that position by bringing Reverend Ruth on. That's like, whoa. And Reverend Ruth, you can still come. I'll call on you to still come.
Okay.
And ladies, you are always welcome that when you have someone that you think would be a good host, a good guest, just let us know and we'll invite them, on the show.
For sure.
I have not, we don't know at this point who's going to fill that spot or what the Holy Ghost is going to show us or whatever, but we know that God will provide and what we need as we go forward and what needs to come forth for the next phase. So I love you.
Yes. We love you too.
Sister, before we go, who do I send my information to? Since you said no,
Now,
Send it to who?
Nawili is her name. Nawili.
Okay, Nawili, send it to
And put it in
Nawili.
the chat. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the
She'll
chat.
write it
Should I
down.
just send it directly to her or to everybody?
What are you sending?
My name, my email, my phone number, my city, state.
Oh, if you put it in the chat, we'll grab it.
So, okay, so I just send it to everybody or you?
You can, yeah, just
You could just put it to everyone.
Everyone. We'll
Okay.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Real quick, Mama Sheila, Queen Aduni, I just wanted to say I had to bring Sly and the Family Stone to the party for
All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up. If you want to say anything to Nawili and Lillie B, go right ahead. I'm gonna find Sly and we're gonna party out of here.
Like that. Stop the recording before you play it, though.
Absolutely. That's why.
I already got it pulled up. If you want me to do it, it's already ready to go.
Is it gonna play it good? You know how your phone comes.
No, I'm not on my phone. I'm not on my phone.
All right.
Hey.
Yes.
like
Anyone want to share?
Well,
I would like to. Oh, okay.
And Lillie B.
Okay, well, I would like to say thank you to all of the ladies, all my Elizabeths. I appreciate you. This has been a rocking year. We've learned together. We grew together. I've obtained a shit ton of knowledge. Excuse my French, but I've obtained a lot of knowledge. I am most grateful, thankful. You know me, I'm going to continue to pop in, shine bright, smile, say my saying, because that's just me. Twin, hey girl, I love you, girl. I just love you all. I mean, everybody brings something different to the table, and I am in like, I can't even express my gratitude. Like, I appreciate each and every one of you collectively for all that you bring, spirit wise. Like, I've been off camera crying, like all kinds of stuff, because that's what the Elizabeth Show does, and I am most grateful for being a part of it. And thank you. I'm still here, girl. That's it. I love y'all.
And I want to say thank you to everyone for allowing a Cali girl to bring her spice, her life, and share, and giving and serving is my highest calling and loving. I love you. I appreciate you. My motto is keep grooving, be grateful, and keep growing. So that is my gift that I sent to you. Mama had to everyone, my page just crashed. And what a great opportunity to just stay in the loving and lift the vibration of the planet, the city, our lives, our communities. And we got the power. We are some bold soul sisters, and I'm grateful for all of it. Thank you.
Yes, and also thank you, Queen Aduni, for allowing us this slot, giving us a chance. You ain't even know if I was crazy or not, but I'm here, and it was a beautiful experience. And I just want to say thank you as well. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And I love y'all.
And keep moving. Y'all know I'm like the moving queen. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Just move those fingers, move those hands, move your mouth, move your. Just keep moving. It's you know, it's so important. It's necessary. It is not a luxury.
I want to say thank you for letting me be myself.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for letting me be myself. I can't wait.
So do we have the song? She said her it crashed. That her.
I got
the recording, Queen.
She said my pages keep crashing.
You know what? You might need to update your iOS, Mama Head. Just double check, sometime today. Check to see if the operating system on your computer is updated. Because a lot of times,
And I just want to show, this is one of the things on my work table. But you just.
Go ahead. We can still see you.
Okay, this is one of the things on my work table.
What did that say? What did it say?
Consistency is
the key.
The key.
Turn the volume on, Mama.
Stop the recording.
Oh yeah, start the recording.
Okay,
and then turn the volume on.
Okay,
Here
okay,
we go.
okay. Stop.
Ladies,
Here
I
we
also
go.
just
Here we
want to,
go. Here we go.
here we
Okay,
go.
let me do this and then let me stop the recording.